Okay, real talk. Have you ever been in the middle of a conversation in English and someone asks you a simple question, and instead of just answering, your brain starts doing this whole translation dance? Like you hear the question, you translate it to your language, you think of the answer in your language, and then you try to translate it back. And by the time you open your mouth, the other person has already moved on.
We've all been that person.
Right? And today, we're going to fix that. Welcome back to the English Journey. I'm your host, Alia.
And I'm Avery.
And today, we're talking about the single biggest thing standing between you and English fluency. It's not grammar, it's not vocabulary, it's the translation habit. Let's dig in. So here's the thing. Translating in your head is not a sign that you're bad at English. It's actually a sign that you're smart. Your brain is doing exactly what it was trained to do. Take new information and convert it into something familiar.
Exactly. It's efficient. It's how we learn any new language at the beginning. The problem isn't that you translate. The problem is that you never stop translating.
Right. It's like training wheels on a bicycle. Incredible when you're starting out. But if you still have training wheels on after 5 years of riding, you're not just slow, you're working harder than everyone else for worse results.
That's such a good analogy because translating takes time. Every single time you translate, there's a delay. And that delay does two things. First, it makes you speak slower.
And second?
Second, it kills your confidence because you can feel the gap. You know the other person is waiting. And that pressure, it makes you translate even slower. It's a cycle.
Completely agree. So the question is, how do we break the cycle? And the answer is not what most people think. Okay, let's shift gears into what it actually means to think in English, because I think there's a lot of confusion about this.
Oh yeah, people hear think in English and they imagine like having full Shakespearean monologues in their head in English.
Right, like you're suddenly going to start narrating your life in perfect paragraphs. No, that is not what this is.
Not at all. Thinking in English is actually much simpler than people realize. It starts with single words, not sentences, not paragraphs, just words.
So here's a quick example. You walk into your kitchen in the morning. If you translate, what happens? You see the coffee machine and you think the word for coffee in your language, and then you translate it to coffee in English. 2 steps.
But if you're thinking in English, you see the coffee machine and the word coffee just appears. One step, no translation. It goes directly from the image to the English word.
That's it. That's the whole skill. And it builds from there. Words become short phrases. Phrases become sentences. But it all starts with that first step, removing the middleman of your first language. So now let's get practical. We're going to give you 5 exercises you can start today to train your brain to think in English. None of them require a teacher, none of them cost money, and none of them take more than 10 minutes.
Let's dig in.
Exercise 1. Name everything you see. This is the foundation. Next time you walk into a room, any room, just silently name what you see in English. Door, window, lamp, phone, couch.
Don't translate. If you see a chair, don't think the word in your language first. Just look at it and let the English word come. And here's the key. If you don't know the English word, that's actually great. That's information. Now you know what vocabulary you actually need.
Right. Do this for 2 minutes a day, just 2 minutes. Walk around your house, your office, the street, and name what you see. After 1 week, you'll be shocked at how fast the words start coming without translation. Okay, exercise 2. This one might feel a little weird at first, but it works. Talk to yourself in English, out loud.
I do this all the time, and people think I'm a little strange, but honestly, it's one of the fastest ways to build fluency.
It doesn't have to be complicated. Just narrate what you're doing. I'm making coffee. I'm opening the fridge. I need milk. Simple present tense sentences.
The reason this works is that you're connecting English directly to action, not to translation. Your brain starts associating the language with what you're physically doing, and that's how native speakers think. They don't translate, they just describe.
Exactly. Start with 5 minutes a day. In your kitchen, getting ready in the morning, walking to work. Just narrate. And if you make a mistake, perfect. Mistakes in self-talk are the safest mistakes you'll ever make. Exercise 3. This is where it gets fun. We call it the No Translation Challenge. Pick 1 hour of your day, just one, and commit to not translating during that hour.
So during this hour, if you don't know a word in English, you can't look it up in your language. Instead, you find another way to say it in English.
This is so important because what happens when you can't translate? Your brain panics for about 30 seconds and then it adapts. It finds another path. You start using simpler words. You start describing things instead of naming them. And that is a real fluency skill.
For example, if you can't think of the word thermos, you say the thing that keeps my water hot. That's not a failure. That is actually more fluent than freezing while you translate.
Completely agree. The goal isn't perfect English. The goal is English without a middleman. Okay, exercise 4, shadow speaking. This is a technique that's been proven by language researchers, and it's exactly what it sounds like. You listen to someone speaking English and you repeat what they say, almost at the same time.
So you're like their shadow. They say, I'm heading to the store, and you say it right after them, or even at the same time. The key is you're not translating. You're not thinking about grammar. You're just matching the sound and the rhythm.
You can do this with any English audio, a podcast, a YouTube video, a TV show. Pick something short, 30 seconds to a minute. Listen, shadow, repeat.
And what this does is it bypasses the translation part of your brain entirely. You're not processing meaning and then converting it. You're training your mouth and your ear to work together in English directly.
Right. It's like learning a song. You don't translate lyrics into your language to sing them. You just learn the sounds. That's what shadow speaking does for fluency. And the last exercise, this is my favorite one. We call it the evening replay. Before you go to sleep, spend 3 minutes replaying your day in English, in your head, not out loud.
Just think through what happened. Today I went to work. I had a meeting. I ate lunch with a colleague. The bus was late. Simple sentences, past tense.
This is powerful because it does two things at once. You're practicing English, obviously, but you're also training your brain to access English during reflection, which is the most natural time to think in any language.
Right, and you don't need to be perfect. If you don't know a word, skip it. Use a simpler word. The point is the habit of thinking in English, not the accuracy. That comes later.
Now, before we get to the vocabulary tour, if these exercises are the kind of practical help you've been looking for, hit that subscribe button. We put out episodes like this every single week, and we genuinely read every single comment. So if you tried one of these exercises, leave a comment below and tell us how it went.
We really do read them all. And if this episode helped you, share it with someone who's still stuck in the translation trap.
Okay, it's time for the vocabulary tour. Today we've picked 10 words that are all about thinking, fluency, and breaking the translation habit. Let's go through them.
First word, fluent. It means able to speak smoothly and easily without stopping to think about each word. Trick to remember, flu is in flow. When you're fluent, your words flow. Example, after 6 months of practice, she became fluent in English.
Number 2, translate. To change words from one language into another. Trick, trans means across. You're moving words across languages. Example, don't translate in your head, think directly in English.
3, hesitate. To pause before you do or say something, often because you're unsure. Trick, think of a door that's hesitating, half open, half closed. Example, when she speaks English, she never hesitates.
Number 4, instinct. A natural way of thinking or behaving without needing to think consciously. Trick, instant. When something is instinct, it's instant, no thinking required. Example, thinking in English becomes an instinct with practice.
5, narrate. To tell a story or describe what's happening. Trick, narrate sounds like narrator, the person telling the story. Example, narrate your daily activities to practice thinking in English.
6, bypass. To go around or avoid something. Trick, by plus pass. You pass by something instead of going through it. Example, shadow speaking helps you bypass the translation step.
7, adapt. to change your behavior to fit a new situation. Trick, adapt sounds like adopt. You adopt a new way of doing things. Example, your brain adapts quickly when you stop translating.
8. Conscious, aware of what you're doing, deliberate. Trick, the opposite of instinct. When something is conscious, you're actively thinking about it. Example, at first, thinking in English feels conscious and effortful.
9. Association, a mental connection between two things. Trick, associate, you link two things together in your mind. Example, build associations between English words and images, not translations.
And 10. Automatic, happening without thinking, done without conscious effort. Trick, auto means self. Automatic things happen by themselves. Example, fluency is when speaking English becomes automatic. So here's the bottom line. Translating in your head is not a character flaw. It's a habit, and like any habit, it can be replaced. These 5 exercises, naming, narrating, the no translation challenge, shadow speaking, and the evening replay, they work because they retrain your brain to go directly from thought to English without the middle step.
Start with just one, today. Don't wait until you feel ready, because that day never comes. Pick the one that sounds easiest and do it for 5 minutes. That's it, 5 minutes.
And if you want to go even deeper on this, we're going to keep breaking down fluency barriers in future episodes, so make sure you're subscribed.
Leave a comment below. Which exercise are you going to try first? We read every single one.
I'm Alia.
And I'm Avery.
This has been The English Journey. See you next time.